A legal letter from the Swedish government just arrived. Hi, I'm Ash from DroningON, and yes, this morning a legal case letter arrived with DroningON from a Swedish government organisation called Lantmäteriet. They're a Swedish government agency very similar to the USA Land Records and also in the UK the Land Registry. Now, the good news is fortunately we were expecting this letter. Let's explain why. So not long ago we shared a video of a beautiful water tower in Sweden based in the south. It's a lovely old building, and shortly after somebody commented on the video, have you got permission from the Swedish Land Registry to post it? Or at least asking about the process. Now, despite researching very carefully every single Swedish drone law in relation to flying and aviation regulation, I missed the point that you have to get Swedish footage of any ground or horizon approved by this agency before you publish it anywhere, whether it's to friends, family, Facebook or YouTube. Now, this clearly came as quite a shock, and the first thing that I did was unlist the video because of obviously fear that I hadn't complied with this regulation. It sounds like a massive amount of admin overhead for a drone operator, especially if you are frequently publishing footage to YouTube, and I guarantee that almost every video on YouTube, and they are posted very regularly, of Sweden probably doesn't have a permit. But I have to do things right here and set a good example, and so I immediately went to the Lantmäteriet website to have a look. The website is very good, and it also gives clear detail on when there are exceptions to when you actually don't need a permit before you publish footage. There are lots of examples on there, and the main take home that I picked up is that if the footage shows a horizon, then it needs a permit. This is because if you have a video footage or a photo of a horizon, you can see lots of distant buildings and objects, and that means the exceptions are much wider encompassing. So as you can see, the examples here are very clear. Capturing aerial photography of buildings is generally exempt if they're residential, but the issue here is if you include the sky or the horizon, then you'll need a permit. And that, from their perspective, is because the horizon shows much further distance away from where you're shooting and therefore could capture buildings that are protected, such as military or government. The other examples in there show a construction site, and it suggests that you should crop it to just show the site and the road. The reason is the buildings to the left of the construction site may not be residential, and they may be special or under certain use cases where you need a permit. To avoid needing a permit, simply crop it and then you don't need to apply for one. There is an example here as well for forests, which it says are generally exempt. However, it does state that if the video footage shows a power line, then you need a permit. That's quite strange. And then there's one of a golf course as well, which says that golf courses are generally exempt as well, unless again the horizon or the sky is visible. So the main take home here is if the horizon's visible, you're going to need a permit, which is incredibly frustrating because, let's face it, most drone shots are going to include the horizon. So then I researched the process. So basically what you need to do on the site is complete a simple form, which only takes about 2 minutes to complete. And after submitting it, you're then able to upload the footage via a link that you receive via email. And basically you collate your clips or put them all into one clip with no editing, no overlays, no grading, etc., and publish it and upload it via the link that they send you. You also have to agree or disagree to them altering or touching up your video footage, and that might be if it includes government institutions, perhaps, I guess they crop it for you, I don't know. But in this occasion, I actually said no, I don't consent to them altering the video footage. I'd rather them give me guidance on how they need me to edit it before it can be published. I was very impressed that they actually responded within 2 days via email to give consent to publishing the footage, and the day later, the letter arrived as well, giving official notice that it had been approved, and very kindly they published it in English as well, because my Swedish is not very good yet. Now, while the process was very easy and quick, I still don't like it, because ultimately drone operators need the freedom to shoot and publish. We really shouldn't have to be going through these kind of hurdles to publish footage showing how beautiful a country like Sweden is. In addition, every single thing captured in my drone video is already there in ultra high resolution on Google Maps. So not only can you view it top down in high resolution, you can even go to Street View and look at every single part of that video from the ground level as well. So it just seems very contradictory. Why should I need to approve drone footage when the footage is already out there? Now I can understand this if it relates to government institutions or military buildings, etc., but that's also on Google Maps generally. And most drone operators have common sense not to photograph or get anywhere near such areas with their drone. I did approach Lantmäteriet for comment, but they politely declined, which is a real shame because I wanted to ask them about why is the process in place and what exactly are they looking for or trying to achieve by having this regulation. I also offered this video as a way to help educate drone operators in Sweden and make them aware of this, because I'm sure from the FPV perspective as well, there are lots of FPV quad flyers out there who are certainly not going through the permit process. Now, I massively respect aviation law and I'll always abide by it because there are manned aircraft up there and I don't want to hit one of them with my drone. Equally, I don't want my drone to drop on somebody's head. However, this regulation seems like not even one step too far, but many steps too far to just removing freedom from drone operators, it being able to publish their footage and be proud of it immediately. I sincerely hope that this does not end up being the case in other countries. Sweden, as far as I'm aware, is the only country that does this right now, but if you're aware of others, comment below and let me know. In the meantime, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you find this content useful. Also, go and check out that water tower video because I'm really proud of it. And now I can publish it legally. Thanks very much for watching.